Yeah. What's up, guys? All right, let's do it. What are we talking? What are we looking like? How we do today? Can we get some wins or what? Anybody get any money? Make any money? Hold on. Be right with you. I'll be right with you. Hope you guys made some money today. I know I did. So hopefully you guys did the same as well. Money making, what is this, Thursday? Wednesday. Money making Wednesday. Hey, can you crack that door for me a little bit? Thanks. Oh, how you guys doing today? Another money making what? Wednesday? Okay. Guys make any money today? Parlays, anything? No? I didn't make, well, I did make some. Remember, guys, when I was telling you guys yesterday about doing, hello, Trophy Sheriff. Remember when I was telling you guys yesterday about being careful when you pick people and you put them in parlays and then something weird happens? That's why you only want to put them in one parlay. You don't want to load them up, or your player props or teams. You don't want to all line them up in, like, say you got 5 parlays, you don't want to put them in all 5 parlays, because if something happens, you're done. Now watch this. So yesterday, and I told you, I had a parlay. I had 2 parlays, and I just needed Minnesota to win in both of them. But the second one, I needed Minnesota to win, but I also needed Bailey Ober to have 4 strikeouts, right? 4 strikeouts. So what happened was it rained out. Now, maybe, yeah, it was rained out on Monday. So what they did was they suspended it. So for me, this is what I know. And call it and correct me or whatever, but an official game, an official baseball game, is when it went past the 5th inning, right? So I'm thinking, okay, what was that? How's your semen quality? Whoa, hey, man, I think you got the wrong site. Why you want to know that, dude? I don't swing that way, my man. I don't. But never. Let's see. Hold on. You keep talking, dude. I got you. Hold on. I'm just trying to get these things squared away here. Mm-mm-mm. Here we go. Here we go. I'm doing good, man. How's your semen quality looking? Dude, what's good with you, man? I'm not swinging that way, bruh. You feel me? Well, I just don't want to, I don't, right? All right, where do we go? All right. So remember when I told you guys I had the Minnesota game, right? And Minnesota, so it rained out Monday. At the end of four, it was Minnesota 2 and the Cleveland Indians 1. Bailey Ober, the pitcher for Minnesota, had 3 strikeouts at the time. So he was on track to get 4 strikeouts, right? But it rained. And like I was saying earlier, an official baseball game is when you played all after 5 innings. Correct me if I'm wrong, type in, tell me whatever. But it wasn't an official game because they only did like 3 innings, I think, or whatever. But nevertheless, I had to wait until today because it also rained out Tuesday. So I had to wait Tuesday, and then it rained out on Tuesday. So now they did it today. Well, today, and I think I told you guys, I was afraid that I was going to get screwed on that $1,200 parlay, but that's all I needed was Bailey Ober to throw one more strikeout, and I would have got a grand. I mean, well, $1,200. Well, it didn't happen because remember I told you in baseball, you have pitchers. So if a pitcher pitched on Monday and he did 4 or 5, he's not going to. They're not going to put him in like 2 days later because that messes up the pitching rotation. You feel me? So guess who got screwed? And it pissed me off too. Right? I couldn't believe that. But I've salvaged one and I won $390. I mean, so that's good. But I'm like, I knew that was going to happen. Just knew it. Luckily, I told you guys to take. Who was it? I told you guys to take. Yeah, I told you guys to take the Boston, New York Mets game. Remember, I told you it was a pitching matchup, and what happened here? I told you to go for the Nerfy. Right now, I see a Nerfy. No runs were scored in the first inning. Right, so you got that one. This game, I said going under, and by the looks of it, it's going to go under. It's New York 1, Boston 0 at the end of 4, or it's at the top of the fourth inning, right? So we're looking like we're going to get that under. Now I told you your pitching props, remember? And I told you just get those. And I think we said Crochet and what's the batter? I said, let's look at the batters. I said Crochet. Holy crap. Crochet only has 3, but Miguel has 6. So I think I said like 4 each, right? So I'm just looking for Crochet to get one more. If it doesn't rain out, whatever, right? So we need to get 4. And hold on. Oh, I do? Do I know you, Antonio Davis? Good, man. It just look like I don't know. You think I got good picks? Did you win anything on them? We're here, Antonio. I'm going to finish. But I told you guys to take the New York Mets. No, I didn't take. I just said don't worry about who's going to win the game. All I said was take the under, right? You just want to take the under in that game. You want to take the player props, right? And from what it looks like, this game is going to go under. Yeah, this game is going to go under. We got the pitchers. They're going to make their quota. Crochet is like, he's got it now. Crochet's got 4 strikeouts. That's it. So we've got the under. Good. We've got the pitchers' props. Good. We got the Nerfy. Good. But let me backtrack. That's not good because we don't have the under as of yet. So right now, if you guys took the Mets and the Boston Red Sox, you made it to a same game parlay. Guess what? You're winning and you're gonna win. And I tell you guys this is because I want to make sure you keep money in your pocket. Because you keep money in your pocket, I keep it in mine, back and forth, right? Um, Hell, even if you just bet on the game itself, just that one, and you put $20 on it, you probably stand to make another. You probably ended up getting $50, right? Let's look. Oh no, I can't. Can I? Can. Yeah. Hold on. FanDuel. I gotta start using that ESPN app again. I got away from it. Let's go back to FanDuel. It's not gonna be there because it's too late. But you probably if you would have took that parlay like I told you, you're in the money. I forget what other games I told you guys to take, but nevertheless, right? Hold on. All right, I'm back. So remember, I told you make sure you take the under. If you guys did what I said, you guys made a parlay today. You won money, right? And I gave you some more picks. Um, Guys, I don't write these down. I just look at them and give them to you off the top of my head. I probably need to start writing them down. Um, and I give you the best available, uh, the best available information that I have at the time, and according to me, my knowledge or whatever. I'm okay. I'm not the greatest, but I can get by and I can help you get money in your pocket, and that's all you need. That's all you need. So let's look and see again what I. Boston's got on the screen today. Sweet. Outside of that, how are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? It's another hot day here in San Diego. Uh-huh. Let's see. All right. So remember, um, when I said take the Mets in the Boston game, and I just broke that one down. I told you also to take the Texas Rangers against the Yankees. Let's see how that's looking right about now. New York 1, Texas nothing. One man on and one man out. All right. I mean, one on and one out. So that game is still in process. I don't know if I told you to take the under in that game. I don't think I did. Um, did I tell you guys to take Cincinnati? If I told you to take Cincinnati, Cincinnati lost. And I apologize for that. I told you guys to take Houston, I know for sure. And Houston lost. See, yeah, I am sorry, guys, but we'll get it back. Brown only had 4 strikeouts. Now, remember I told you Brown was averaging about like 9 strikeouts a game. And remember I told you don't overdo it? Well, Brown, he's averaging 9 a game, but today he only got 4 strikeouts. Yeah, so you want to be careful with these guys. You don't want to overdo it, and you also don't want to put the same player prop on all of your parlays. So if you do 5 parlays, even if you got a good feeling this guy is gonna go off, right? Put him on 2, put him on 1. If you got 5, don't put him over 2, right? Because if you put him on every last single one of your parlays and you think, oh, this guy's going to get off, he's going to do this. Vegas has stuff like that for you. They know everybody's going to load up on one guy. And guess what? Like it happened to me, Zach Gallen for the Diamondbacks got out there. He threw 2 pitches, called the coach, told the coach he wasn't up to it. He didn't feel good. Now, here's my problem with that. That's the reason the reason is warm-ups, because if you have any injuries, first of all, you want to loosen your muscles up and whatnot, right? But if you also want to see if you got this injury and it's like this nagging injury, you want to test it out during warm-ups. And I know that guy was throwing pitches, so you mean to tell me this guy didn't? He went through the whole day and he threw pitches during warm-up, but when it came game time, he only threw 3 pitches and he was out. Now, could that really happen? Is it out of the norm for that? No, I mean that can happen, right? It might have happened, but it just seemed very coincidental that this dude went through warm-ups and he threw 3 pitches. And what happens is that jacks anybody that had him in a parlay, that jacks it up. So Vegas saves money that day. They're gonna pick one jack off a game, right? And and take care of his family for life. But no, you just don't want to do that, right? Because if you, like I said, load all your eggs up in one basket, and then that basket falls over and everything in it falls out, you don't have anything else. You're done. And the worst thing about, putting a whole bunch of stuff in a parlay is that it always happens the first game. And like during football season, I'll put Ohio State's gonna win. 12 o'clock game, right? First game of the on Saturday. You screw up, you're done the whole day. So you only want to be done one parlay, right? But if you put Ohio State in, keep in mind that things happen, right? So if Ohio State loses and you got them in all 6 of your parlays and they ain't really got started yet, you're done. And now you're going to be chasing. All day on Saturday, you're going to be chasing. And your wife is going to be looking at you stupid, like you stupid, right? You might even get put out of the house. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, I had to wait on Minnesota to win, right? Minnesota almost lost, right? But they won, which I knew that they would. And I knew that Bailey Ober wasn't going to pitch today. Because like I said, guys, if you pitch on a Monday, let's say you pitch 3 innings, 4 innings, and it rains out, and then they reinstate the game, that same pitcher that pitched on Monday will not be pitching 2 days later or a day later. That's just not going to happen because you're going to screw up the rotation. Yeah. So that's always important to watch. But I knew when the game was rained out, because normally, like I said, and guys, correct me, when it's an official game, that means they went past 5 innings. That's considered an official game. So let's say, for example, the Detroit Tigers play the Minnesota Twins. The Tigers are leading 8-0, and they go to the 6th inning. Guess what? If it rains out and it's don't stop raining, the Detroit Tigers will get the victory because it's in the 6th inning. It's an official game. Now, Minnesota, that game that they played today was not an official. It wasn't official, but they suspended it and picked up play. My thing is, why don't you just, it's too much like right? So why don't you just postpone the game, right? And just do it in the summer. In that case, then it voids out the pitcher, and it even voids out Minnesota, but I still get paid. Not $1,200, maybe like 700, but that's fine. I don't care. But when you know that you're gonna get screwed, and you got $1,200 that you're looking to get, so 2 days I'm thinking, yeah, I'm on top of the world. I'm gonna have a lot of money. Do I want to call Vegas? Yes. Do I want to call them up and give them a piece of my mind? Yes. Do I want to come up missing and be on the back of a milk carton? No. So I'll just let it go, right? Yeah, you just let it go. All right. So now we're going to get busy. We're going to get down for tomorrow. Oh, I look forward to this, guys. I've been doing this now since it's going on 2 weeks, I think. I just decided I would come on every day live and give it to you guys the way I see it live. That way you could ask questions and I can give you pointers and tips, because there's nothing worse than you want to get up to date information and you want to just talk to somebody and see what their opinion is. Because a lot of guys some guys do have it. They go live, but they talk at you and not to you, right? So I want to get you guys like we hanging out at a bar or something. You can talk to me, I can talk to you. Because I don't like when people talk at me, right? But I like when people talk to me. And I'm sure a lot of you guys do. So there we go. So today was okay. I won like $390, whatever, right? But I thought I was gonna win more. But yeah, they suspended the game and they reinstated the game. And when they reinstated it, no pitcher is going to pitch back-to-back games. Like it happened Monday. Tuesday it rained out, so they got it in today. I knew Bailey Over was not going to pitch. Have a nice day, right? What are you gonna do? Nothing. There's nothing that you can do. Better not call Vegas, man. Them guys come looking for you. All right, so tomorrow we'll start off with the Texas Rangers and the New York Yankees. And that looks like that's going to be a good one. Here we go again, right? Now, I tell you guys this because I want you to make money. And I also want you to learn in the process, right? Then you'll teach somebody, and then guess what? We have a bunch of guys running around knowing what we're doing. And we'll also have a whole bunch of guys getting banned from casinos because they're like, these guys are winning too much. So let's get at it. So tomorrow we've got the Rangers and the New York Yankees. It's at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Nathan Eloval, whatever, I don't know. 4-2, ERA 1.61, and he has 61 strikeouts. Right? He's going up against Carlos Rondon, a lefty, 5-3, ERA 3.17. And strikeouts, 72. What does that sound like? A pitching duel. A pitcher's game. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to get to work, right? But you know what? I like to do a mock, but I can't pick player props right away because these guys, FanDuel doesn't put it up. Let's see what we have. I'm going to see if I can get it done. It's hot today. Where are you guys located? Who's my lone dude out there? Or you could be a female, who knows? All right, let's get to it. Let's see what we can do if we can build one. All right, we'll go with MLB, right? And moving right along to tomorrow. I told you guys to take. Oh, so we're gonna go past that. So we're gonna do the Texas game, right? So we're gonna take the under, right? Then we are going to go in the game, and we're gonna get. Okay, so they got pitchers props on this one already. Knock it off, Jack. Off. You guys just love to honk their horns, don't they? All right, so the Texas guy Nathan Eloval or Vad. So let's look and see how many strikeouts he had or how he's been doing. All right, so his last 3 games, he had 5 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, and another 7 strikeouts. So it's safe to say you can just play it safe like I do and pick 3 or 4, and you go Ron. If he's thrown for 7 strikeouts for 3 to 8 games in a way, I mean 3 games in the past, why would we vote? I mean, ask for a lower score or a lower number from him, because anything can happen, and you don't want to be stuck saying, "I got this guy for 7. He only makes 6, or he only does 4," and they yanked him from the game. And your parlay is done. And you've done good through your whole parlay, except for you didn't calculate a lot of other stuff. So always make sure you can always take the under, the over under in pitching. You can also do that. So Nathan, I'm gonna go with the what does it say? He's been doing like, what did that say again? 7, 7, 5, 7, and 7. I got some guts. I'm gonna go with the pitching over. I'm not gonna go 3 strikeouts. I'm gonna go with the over. So I'm putting Nathan down to get over 6 strikeouts. Carlos Rondon, let's look and see what look at his stats and what he's doing. These guys are creatures of habit. 72 strikeouts from a guy. 5, 10, and 5, right? The last 3. 5 strikeouts, 10 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts. So right away, I don't want to go over 7.5. So I want to go down to all strikeouts for Carlos Rondon. And so the lowest they want to give me is 4. I don't want that. I'll just take the 5. Now, if you go to Fanatics will allow you to get it. Fanatics will allow you to have that with 2 strikeouts or 3. But FanDuel likes to twist your arm and make you do something that you don't want to do. It's not Russia. It's not North Korea. You're supposed to be America. And these guys are strong arming people and telling these people telling us what we need to do. And not only that, guys, Fanatics gives you like bonus money. So like right now I've got like $37 in bonus money. And I just said to myself, I'm gonna let it build up and have a nice big, try to get a big hit from that. So I'm just gonna let it pile up. So we got Carlos Rondon, 5 strikeouts, right? So we're gonna go back to the home page. So we gotta get the Nerfy, right? So let's go back. First inning results, a tie. So look at your nerfy. So, have we picked a winner to this Texas? All right. So it's hot. I gotta have the door open. So whatever, right? So you want to take. So since we've got this game, and I told you it's a pitching duel, and when I say it's a pitching duel between two pitchers, that's a money game, and you can pimp it out, right? Without even picking the winner. So this is what I did. I pimped this game out. So I took the under. Ron, why you take under? How you know it's gonna be under? Because you got two good pitchers. They strike out pitchers. They got low ERAs. They good pitchers. You can just look at their stats, right? So that's why I'm gonna go under, right? Can that can that go wrong? Yes. Does it go wrong a lot? Not really. Not when you have. Does it happen? Yes, it does. But when you have two good pitchers, yeah. All right. When you got two good pitchers and it's a pitching duel, you better know it's gonna go under. But does it go over sometimes? Yeah, hell yeah. Somebody might give up a whole bunch of hits and runs. But generally speaking, when you see a team like the Texas Rangers and it's the New York Yankees and they've got two good pitchers going against one another, first thing you want to do, you want to take the under, right? Second thing you want to do, you want to take the pitchers and the player props. So we're gonna say Nathan Evaluate over 5.5 strikeouts, and then you want to take Carlos Randon five all five strikeouts. Now you can do Nathan 5+ strikeouts. You can also do Carlos Randon 5 strikeouts, alternate strikeouts. It doesn't matter, whatever. But you get more money when you take the over or the under strikeouts. Then we'll go and we'll take the first inning resulting in a tie, and that's your nerfy. So right now, tomorrow, and I'm feeling arrogant and cocky, and I want to go $25 on this. If you put $25 on this, you make a total of $82.19. You want to add to it, be my guest, right? But if you just put money on that, and this is not even picking the winner of the game, and you can just sit up and watch this game, laugh, and have a great time because you know you're gonna get paid. How much if I put $100 on it? I'm super arrogant today. If I put $100 down on this ticket, if I put $100 down, I'll win $328.76. That's all. If I put $100 down on this game, I win $328.76. Have we even picked a winner? Because you don't need to. You can if you want. But if they lose, you're screwed. And this is free money. When I see a pitching duel, that tells me this is free money. Because you can go with the under, the over. Generally speaking, like I said before, when you got a pitching duel, right? Two good pitchers like Carlos Randon and the guy from the Texas Rangers, Nathan, you're going to have first inning resulting in a tie. You're going to have these guys making their quarter of strikes. Like I said, don't break the bank. Don't try to be Mr. Know-It-All. Don't be Nostradamus, because you're going to turn into Nostradamus if you make the wrong calls. Don't overcomplicate it. It's a pitching duel. You're going to take the under. You're going to take the pitching props. And you want to just be modest. Don't go get crazy with it, right? You want to keep it modest. If these guys are averaging 7 strikeouts a game, it's safe to say just go ahead and put 4 strikeouts per person and be done with it. And then we've got the under. We're done. And you put $100 down on this, $328.76. How's that? All right, so we got that game out of the way, right? And I'm gonna build this parlay so you guys, and after we finish talking, all right, or after I finish running my mouth. How's your day going? Good? No, no good. Hey guys, I seen while I'm looking for this, I seen that thing with Angie Angie Reese or Angela Reese or Angel Reese and what's the lady's name? Caitlin Clark. Man, these guys, man, let them ladies play, man. Just let them play, man. Don't. Why you trying to instigate stuff? That's one thing that pisses me off. Because guess what? They want you to kind of is bullshit because they want you to take a side, right? A true fan of the game is not gonna take sides like that. They're both good players. Like one guy, Poppy Chulo, called in and says, "Oh well, Caitlin Clark." What he says? Caitlin Clark is humble, and then he goes, "Yeah, and Reese is arrogant, conceited, blah blah blah." I said, "Dude, okay, we know that, but we're talking about two different individuals, right? Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not going to think the same, right? But in my case, I like Caitlin Clark more because Caitlin Clark can shoot the lights out, and you put her in a parlay, you're gonna get your money. But when people like Caitlin Clark, always putting her in a parlay, that kind of scares me because the same thing they did with Jalen Daniels, or for the Commanders, they yank her from the game. What if she leaves? Now you sit up there and you got her in 3, and Vegas made a phone call to pull her, and now you stuck with a parlay that's shot. So even though she's good, be careful how many times you put her in your parlay. For me, if I got 6 parlays, I'm gonna put Caitlin Clark in 2, right? And you say, Ron, she's gonna get those points. She's gonna get 15. She's gonna get 17. Hell, she's gonna get over that. Well, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know that. I'm just conservative, and I'm just trying to make money. I'm not trying to be Nostradamus and just jack up some parlay tickets. So Caitlin Clark is great. I advise you to take her, get those points, because she's gonna make you a lot of money, right? And that's it. It's all about that money, baby. All about that money, right? All right, so where do we go? San Diego versus the Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow. That's at 1:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. San Diego is gonna. Who's this they put now? Steven Kolick. He's 2-1, 2.33 ERA and 15 strikeouts. The Blue Jays will feature Bowen Francis, 2-6. He's got a 5.63 ERA and 36 strikeouts. Looking at this, I can pretty much tell you that San Diego is going to be favored in this one because they have the better pitching, right? So I would just take the San Diego Padres money line. No more, no less. Don't overcomplicate it, right? The next game, we have the Philadelphia Phillies and the Colorado Rockies. Shit. You want Colorado to win because when they win, they suck. They've only won 8 games. Yeah, they're 8-40. Jesus. But you still want to take Colorado in some spots. But this spot tomorrow, don't do it. Philadelphia's got Ranger Suarez, who's 2-0, ERA 5.09, and 17 strikeouts. Take Ranger, 3 strikeouts, and then take Philadelphia on the run line. Ranger, what's he got? Yeah, 6, 5, and 6. Take him 3 strikeouts and take the run line, and then just be done with it. What's going on right now? They're playing now. New York and Boston is tied up 1 apiece. They're in the 5th inning. Boston is kicking their heels up. They've got 2 people on base, 1st and 3rd, and 2 outs. New York is still beating Texas 1-0. San Diego and Toronto, top of the 5th, no score. Minnesota beat Cleveland 6-5. They almost lost that one, right? And that's that makeup game from Monday, the one I got screwed on, and everybody else. Minnesota got bounced. I'm sorry, Cincinnati got bounced by Pittsburgh 3-1. The Miami Marlins lost 2-1. If you pick Miami spread, guess what? You got one. The next game, the Baltimore Orioles and Milwaukee. I picked Milwaukee, where Baltimore won in 11 innings. Now, I'm going to start fading the Brewers. I'm going to start putting the Brewers on the no-bet list. This is it. I'm done. I've had it up to here with these guys. I'm not going to be playing games and losing money with these guys guessing. So when they get to losing like how they're doing, put those guys on the no-bet list, and they've got to earn their way off of it. All right, so we'll move on from there. All right, so, wait, is it another one? Detroit beat St. Louis 5-1. I got that one right. Seattle beat Chicago 6-5. Now, I told you, I forgot, I think it was Sunday, and I told you guys Seattle has a great team. They beat up on San Diego. I said, but they're going to have a lot of problems with the White Sox. They lost yesterday to the White Sox 1-0, right? And I told you guys to take the White Sox. I told you to take the White Sox today, but they lost. Seattle 6, Chicago 5. But if you took the money line, you lost. If you took Chicago spread plus 1.5, winner chicken dinner. All right. Philadelphia's going to be kicking the crap out of Colorado in a few minutes, so we'll come back to that later. So now let's just get back to the game. The Angels versus the Athletics tomorrow. Luis Severiano for the A's, 1-4, ERA 4.22, 45 strikeouts. Taylor Anderson, 2-1, 3.04 ERA, and 43 strikeouts. You know I'm not rushing to the window to get this one, right? But if I had to, I'm going to take the Angels on the money line. It is what it is. Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. You know, Pittsburgh won today, man. Now, I was fading Pittsburgh. I've been fading Pittsburgh like for 2 weeks now. I never fade them when they've got Paul Skeens pitching, but I think I'm gonna fade these dudes. I'm gonna have to stop fading them. But they got this guy Mike Burrows. He hasn't pitched yet in the season. He's 0-0. He has no ERA. He has no strikeouts. So, and Baltimore hasn't listed who's going to pitch. So, guys, I would wait to find out who's going to be pitching for Milwaukee and do your homework. Me personally, I'm not interested in that game. Not interested. Don't care. Can care less. Now, this game right here is going to sneak up on everybody. When you look at it, it says nothing. It says vanilla, right? But I'll tell you why it's not. So tomorrow you have, this is what I'm talking, this is the game. You have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland is going to have the crafty vet Tanner Bybee, 3-4, 4.06 ERA, and 35 strikeouts. Jack Flannery, 2-5, 4.4 ERA, and 56 strikeouts. I think these two guys got like a bum rap. They haven't been supported by their bats, but I think it's gonna something's got to give tomorrow. Something's gonna give. But I'm willing to take. I'm gonna take the Tigers on this, and I am willing. Take the Tigers on the run line. I got this feeling that this game is gonna be nasty. Right? They're at home. Cleveland is a rival. So I'm gonna go with the Tigers on the money line. No, the run line. Tanner Bybee, his last 3 games, 4 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, and 3 strikeouts. Tanner Bybee. I'm gonna go to Fanatics, right? Because that's mostly what I do anyway. Go to Fanatics and take 2 strikeouts for Tanner Bybee. Ron, he threw 4, he threw 3 and 3. Yeah, but I'm not gonna have this guy messing up my money. Take 2 and be done with it, right? You're trying to win. When you get greedy, you start acting needy. So no. Go to Fanatics. Take Tanner Bybee 2 strikeouts. If you don't want to go there and you want to stay at FanDuel because you like him like that, then don't take any pitching props on you. Because if they make you take, what are they making him take? Hold on. Right now, let's see. Hold on. I'll tell you what they're making this guy take. 4, 3, and 3. Let's look. You ain't better than me, Mr. Vegas. I got you. I feel kind of sleepy. All right, so. They don't have the pitching props out yet. They don't have it. I'm willing to say I would take the Tigers. I would take Jack Flannery 3, and I'll take Cleveland Guardians 2. But if you want 2, you're gonna So Toronto just scored 2-0. Toronto over over San Diego. If you just want to get money, you can stay on FanDuel and gamble like that. But me personally, I wouldn't put this guy over 2 strikeouts. Yeah, Detroit and Jack Flannery. I would take Jack Flannery, and I'll take him on the money line or either the run line. 'Cause I think this might get kind of bad. I'm gonna take him on the run line. That's what I'm gonna do. Run line. Player strikeouts. No. I mean, you can, right? Because Jack Flannery and Tanner Bybee haven't really been too hot this year. So we'll just keep it close, right? All right. All right, where are we? So we're going to take the Tigers tomorrow, right? Booyah. All right, so now we got the Orioles versus the Red Sox tomorrow. Orioles will feature Cade Povich. 1-3, 5.23 ERA, 38 strikeouts, going up against Lucas Galito. 1-1, ERA 7.08, and 17 strikeouts. ERA sometimes doesn't mean a lot. Sometimes it means something, and some days it means absolutely nothing, right? But I'm going to take the Boston Red Sox. I'm sorry, I'm going to take the Baltimore Orioles on the money line. Pitching props? I don't think so. I'm not going to waste any time with that. The Atlanta Braves, A.J. Smith versus the Washington Nationals, Trevor Williams. Trevor is 2-5, 5.91 ERA with 38 strikeouts. A.J. Smith, 3-2, ERA 2.33, 40 strikeouts. I'm going to take Atlanta on the road on the money line. Seattle at Houston. Seattle's going to have George Kirby going. First game of the year, I think, for him because his stats is zeroed out. And he's going against Houston Lance McCullers Jr., 0-1, ERA 7.88, and 6 strikeouts. I'm going to take the Seattle Mariners on the money line with George Kirby. And guess what, guys? We're done. We went over everything. That's it. It's a short day today. So I don't have too much to talk about. I do know that we got it. So go to you can go to YouTube or whatever because I'm gonna put the winning ticket up for today. I think I won like $390, so you guys can get an idea how things go. I sometimes hear, guys saying, if you want to make money, you need to get away from the parlays. You need to, you know what? I wouldn't tell anybody that, right? And here's why. Everybody's different. Everybody's got different, styles. Some people can see further than other people. So just because you don't have, and this is what I don't like, just because you don't have any luck with parlays, don't start spitting that stuff on little Johnny. Because little Johnny is good with parlays, right? But do I understand what they're saying? I do. But what's the difference? I remember just betting on a whole bunch of teams, and I said, you know what? I'm going to start lowering it down and have low numbers, 2, 1. And if you lose, you lose. It doesn't matter. I bet for 3 days, I bet nothing but one game. So it's not a lot of legs, right? And you still lose. So to tell somebody what they need to do is basically absurd. I think you just have to stay in your lane and be done with it. And I'm not trying to cause any arguments. I'm just saying when people tell you, oh, don't do this, don't do that. They can't tell you that because they're not you. Everybody is different. Everybody has special things that they can do, right? Like you'll see some. I remember I went to school with some dude, and the dude just was like a quiet guy, nerdy, and the guys would pick on him after school. But come to find out, this guy was a good saxophone player, right? So just because you can't play the saxophone that well, don't put that off on and tell people, you need to stay away from saxophones. That's hard. No, it's hard for you. Just say that. It's hard for you. So when people go, stay away from those parlays, and I always tell them, why? Why would you say that? I'm good at it. I'm having to, you're going to lose. Well, you know what, dude? When that time comes, let me figure it out. And that hadn't happened yet. I love parlays. Because, like I said, even if you bet for one team, that doesn't guarantee that you're still going to win. Get out of here. So, yeah. Do what you want. Or do what you like. What's left, man? No, it's nothing left. I'm done. Man, I got to finish quick today. What the hell? Hey. All right, let me look. I like coming on here talking to you guys. It's so awesome to be able to talk to you guys. I know some of you guys will watch this, later on. But I like coming on live. I like connecting with you guys. And yes, I'm going to. And as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to work on putting the video up. How does that sound? All right. Let me take a peek and see what Friday looks like. Ooh. So Friday's going to be an interesting day. We've got Freddie Peralta versus Paul Skeens. That's a good one. That's going to be a nerfy. And you don't have to even worry about a winner. You can just do straight up betting. Cubs, Cincinnati, who cares? No, I care. Okay, here's another pitching matchup. Friday, baby. Matthew Boyd of the Cubs, lefty, 4-2, ERA 2.98, strikeouts 53, going up against the big guy Hunter Green, 4-2, 2.36 ERA, 61 strikeouts. Pitchers duel. San Francisco and the Nats. Nope, they don't have pitchers listed. I'm just going through to see who's going to be. Clayton Kershaw will be playing tomorrow. His ERA is like 11.25. He sucks. Griffin Canning, 5-1, 46 strikeouts. You never know. Clayton Kershaw might throw a no-hitter. You just never know. I would kind of like stay away from that game. If you're gonna do something, take the under in that game. I would take the under because Clayton Kershaw has been out for a while, right? The injury. So his first game is not always going to be that great, but his third game, he'll probably start getting into his groove really soon. All right, so just keep an eye out on that LA New York game. See if they change any pitchers or any last minute changes. Because if not, I would take the New York Mets on the money line or the run line. Because I don't know if Clayton Kershaw is going to be up to it yet. All right, Baltimore versus Boston. Now, this is for Friday, guys, so I'm just cheating. I don't see anything that's worth my while. There's that guy, Zach Gallen again. He's on my no bet list. Zach Gallen. That's the kid that went through warm-ups, and then he throws 2 pitches, then he calls his coach out and says, Coach, I can't do it. I'm not filling up the park. No, don't say that. Just say that you got a call from Vegas this morning, and they told you weren't going to be able to pitch. And you told Vegas, I'm perfectly fine. What's wrong? And they probably also said, well, if you go out there and play, you're guaranteed to be out of service the next game. So, yeah, no. All right, so Seattle, Houston. Diamondbacks. We have Minnesota. Now, this is going to be on Friday. Minnesota is hot, right? Minnesota is hot. I know this is like a day early, but Minnesota's going to win that game. Pablo Lopez. Minnesota is hot. Yankees, Colorado, they don't even have their pitcher now. And all these other guys, they don't have anything going. So it's nothing, so, right? That's it, guys. I don't have anything else to talk about or any gambling or anything like that. If you guys got any questions, you can also holler at me. You can, I think you can contact me here on YouTube. If not, just put it up under one of the videos and I'll get in touch with you. So make some money. I'm going to post the video of what I made yesterday. $309. $390. So I'll let you guys see that. You feel me? Boom. That guy's car sucks. Man, I suck. I feel kind of sleepy or something. All right. That's it. Anybody, anything else? All right. That's it, guys. Love, peace, and hair grease.